Hi Shogi fans, I'm back with another game. In the previous video, I talked about Umeda-san's game report, and I hope you guys have checked that out. I'm sure you found it to be interesting. And I think a real-time web report like that is a great idea. Now, at the time I made that video, actually I had only read the first and the second chapter of his book, and I hadn't read the rest of it. But I started to read the rest today, and besides I realized once more that it's a great book, I found out that chapter 3 also refers to the game I presented in the last video, the first game of Kisei title match last year. So I put a link to chapter 3 this time in the description field of this video, and those who have read the game report, I'm sure you guys are curious to know the outcome of that title match. So that's why I'm making this video of another game played between HABU and SATOU. Now we've seen SATOU won the first game in the previous video, and the Kisei title match is 5-game match. In other words, it's 3-win match. After the first game, SATOU took the second game too, but after that, HABU took the third game and then the fourth game, and tied the score by 2-2. And the game I'll be presenting here is, yes, the 5th game, which is the final game that decides which player is the winner. And in this game, you're going to see a really great move that is played by one of these two players. You really should see this game. Okay, in this game, black is SATOU, and HABU made a bishop exchange here. It's white's 1 move lost bishop exchange again. 0-4b, 0-7g, 0-3c, 0-3h. Okay, now here comes the interesting move. Rook to 2b. Well, the reason that this move is interesting is because this bishop drop would take place. Bishop to 6e, which actually SATOU played, and is forking these two pawns, threatening to make a powerful horse, but actually white is fine by dropping a bishop 2 to 7d. Now, if black takes this pawn in the right side, let's say he attacks the horse by either of the golds, let's say gold 4b here, and you see the horse doesn't have any place to run to. So maybe black can now push this pawn, trying to kick out the bishop from here, and if he runs, horse goes back, and bishop promotes, and white can also take this horse, but maybe that's not really good. And also, black can choose to sack his horse, taking the gold, and drop that gold to 70, taking the bishop again. But well, SATOU didn't promote his bishop, he just captured the bishop, so pawn recaptures. Well, I don't know. It means black has just lost one move. Practically, white has made 2 moves in a row, you see, without black playing. But well, it's white's 1 move lost bishop exchange, so maybe it doesn't really matter. So pawn to 4f, king 6b, 0-4g, gold 5b from the left, king 6h, pawn 2d, king 7h, pawn 6d, king 8h, 0-7b, making a Mino castle, and here black plays less to 9h, is going for Anaguma, bearing the hole, king 7a, gold 7i. Okay, now here silver develops to 4d, now white is trying to make an attack in the second file, after seeing black is going for Anaguma. Okay, so king to 9e, knight develops to 3c, silver 8h. Okay, now bishop to 6e, forking the silver and the pawn, so silver goes forward to 5f, attacking the bishop, so bishop takes a pawn, but then black plays pawn to 4e. Okay, really interesting. He can take it with either the silver or the knight. If he takes with the silver, I don't know, maybe bishop drop to 5e, instead of taking the silver, if black takes this silver, recapturing with the knight is not really good. You see this bishop drop, but when black takes the silver, white can simply promote his bishop, attacking the silver here, right? But anyway, in this position, HABU played knight to 4e, taking with the knight. Okay, so black plays gold to 5h, protecting the 5g square. Now pawn to 3e, a really deliberate move. Now gold approach to the king, to 6h, reinforcing his castle. Okay, now you see the meaning of pawn to 3e here. is this knight sack to 3g promote. Okay, the knight will take it, but then pawn push to 3f. Okay, but black now has a really interesting move. SATOU played gold to 6i backward. Okay, he's making an escaping route for the rook. After white played pawn promotes to 3g, he moved the rook to 7h, attacking the bishop. White plays knight to 8d, protecting that bishop, but bishop dropped to 6f. A really good move. He's trying to take this knight in the next move, and then take this bishop, defend the removal. So at this position, white played bishop to 5d. So now black could take this pawn finally, trying to make this really nice pawn drop that actually captures that silver. But he didn't play rook to 7d here. Instead, he played silver to 5e, attacking the bishop. Okay, bishop promotes to 2g, and then black doesn't take the silver. He goes for a pawn. Okay, now he got a pawn. A horse comes back to 5d, attacking the silver, but knight dropped to 5f, protecting the silver and attacking another silver here. Okay, now here HABU makes a cool move. He moves his gold from 5b to 6b from the left. The meaning of this move is taking the silver with this knight now won't be attacking the gold anymore. So here he can now take this silver by the horse. So it's a good move, this gold move. But SATOU makes another good move. It's pawn drop to 3d, a powerful dangling pawn. HABU played rook to 3b, but you see now SATOU can take the silver, attacking the rook at the same time. So he has to take it back with a pawn, so he can save his silver to 5e. Okay, bishop 6e, silver dropped to 5f, a really powerful. So the horse is removed out of the board, making a bishop trade here. And then white plays rook to 3d. But well, actually this is a bit dangerous square for a rook to be in. Now black plays silver to 6e from the right. Promoted pawn approaches. Silver goes ahead to 7d, taking another pawn. Okay, now here, this is the most interesting part in this game. Here, HABU simply played pawn to 7c. Well, if the silver has to get back at this position, this pawn drop is a really good one. But actually, black has a good move. He can go ahead and advance the silver to 8c, taking a pawn. Now HABU takes it, but you see the rook is here, and now the silver is here. So you know the next move, right? Yeah, bishop to 5f, forking the two pieces here. Now at first glance, it seems SATOU's attack is really good here, but this is where HABU made a fabulous play. Well, first of all, we have this proverb, don't run from a fork, or don't escape from a fork. It means when your pieces are forked, you shouldn't try to save one of them, because you're going to lose the other one anyway, so you should make other moves that are more effective. So here HABU doesn't save his rook nor his silver. Well, if I were him, I would probably just save the rook by promoting like that. But HABU didn't do that. He found the most effective move here, and that is he went for the very weak point of Anaguma Castle. And you see, the pawn on 8c is now gone, which HABU must have known from earlier. So here, HABU dropped a pawn to 8f. Okay, now this is a really good move. If black takes it, pawn drop, silver takes it, knight drop, the king suddenly gets in danger. So black's gonna take one of the forked pieces, but he takes this rook, pawn promotion, and then another pawn drop. And if you take it, knight drop, king runs, and instead of simply taking the gold, pawn drop, now this king is over. So SATOU took this silver on 8c, making a threat mate, and after gold moves to 7b upward, he took the knight, trying to make his king's head safer. But even so, pawn promotion, silver takes, and another pawn drop. After silver takes it, knight drop to 8g, King runs. This time he simply takes the gold. Gold recaptures, and then promoted pawn approaches. Well, it's an interesting sacrifice, letting the silver move away from the king. And pawn drop to hg. King takes, and this really good bishop check from 2a. Black blocks it, and then gold drop. Okay, knight drop to hc. And then he abandons the horse, and he can take the lance. But another good pawn drop. After silver runs to 7g, now HABU saves that knight on 8a to 7c, escaping and simultaneously preparing for this nice attack. Okay, SATOU makes an interesting pawn drop to 4c. If he takes it, maybe this gold drop, taking the initiative and approaching to the king. So HABU leaves it that way. He drops the silver. We all don't know which is winning. King runs. Silver takes the silver. Knight takes it. And really powerful pawn push to 8f. But you see this pawn is powerful too. Black played knight drop to 6d. A really powerful attack on the gold. And now he takes the pawn. Okay, now this is a really difficult situation to evaluate. But actually here, SATOU for some reason made a terrible mistake. He dropped the silver to 8i. I don't understand why he made this move. There must be a good reason, of course. But anyway, the fact is this move wasn't very good. White now simply promotes the rook. Then he made this good attack. Pawn drop to 5b, but it's too late because HABU dropped a silver to 8g here. And after king runs, he knew there was this good move. You see it? It's dragon sack, taking the gold to 7i. Okay, SATOU took it, but bishop dropped to 8h. And well, this is a checkmate. SATOU will resign here. Now the following moves are simple. Now clear off the pieces here, and then silver drop. See? Checkmate. Okay, so finally, the challenger HABU took the Kisei title from SATOU. Okay, so that's all for this video to chapter 3 of Umeda's book. Take care and see you next time. Goodbye.